Hello everyone, we're back and I'm here with Bartling with Intrepid Signs and Electrical. Welcome, thank you for coming today.
I appreciate you having me out here.
Awesome, so tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of personal life and then kind of what led you to getting into the business.
Gotcha. I guess we'll go a little further back. You know, myself, always been fairly outgoing. You want to start back that I got my Eagle Scout when I was 18, always played sports. Joined the military right after high school, went to the National Guard.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, appreciate the support. And then from there, I just always want to do a whole bunch of different things. So I joined the National Guard. I got to play some football in college, a little bit of football afterwards. I played at Sam Houston, and I played for this other team, Texas Rough Riders. They're gone many years ago. But that was fun, and it just got my start to open up my eyes to see what's out there. Looking at all these different jobs, I like the idea of sales because in sales, you're able to create whatever you want. You know, you're not dictated by the punch in the clock. So that inspired me. I ended up working for an IT company. That helped out because from my National Guard background, I actually ran the networks that I was selling. So for me, that was easy because they're like, oh, we need a tech guy out here. I'm like, oh, hold on a second. I can code that for you, not a problem. So it made selling a lot easier. It's just what we do now on our cell phones. We were selling much more outdated technology back then. By the time it was state of the art. So we just had to make changes through the years. I guess going through that, myself, I got into doing this business, the sign business, because just the market changed, right? So, you came from a corporate background, so did I. But the thing that's cool about that is you get to be, I'll say, confident in what you do, right? And you learn the baseline of it. You learn that routine. This is how you need to do it, what you need to do to be successful. And then when you learn that, hey, now you can go do whatever you want because you've proven yourself. So, I was going to have a daughter, and I got tired of just bouncing from career to career because when the market's hot in one field, hey, it's great until it ends because of competition, technology changes, market saturation, and then you go on to the next job and you're a salesman for the next company. Mm-hmm. So I got into the sign business for stability. When you're opening your business, you got a sign, right? When you close your business, you have a sign also. So
you got to take the sign down too.
Yeah, somebody's got to take it and get it out there. So that's what got me into it. That, and I actually wanted to be an artist, believe it or not. I looked at the Artist City of Houston. Those guys are so skilled. What they do in a day would take me a week. What they do in an hour takes me a day. But I didn't realize that the work ethic was top tier. My work ethic's top tier. My talent level is, mediocre at best. But with commercial art, a lot of it has to be pumped out on time, and it has to be accurate. And you don't have to get in the mood to do the art. But I didn't know that till later. I learned that, about 11 years ago.
Yeah, I think that's like the key in any business, right? I know when I was deciding on brokerages and where I was going to go and where I was going to make, my career going, that, marketing was not, I'm a salesperson, right? We can sell people houses, help them buy, give them advice on all the things. I have resources, as you can see, out the wazoo and on what I can do to help you, but actually doing the marketing flyers and doing those things, I'd be sitting on Canva myself trying to do it. I'm like, this is not my expertise, this is not wasting my time. It's productive of my time, but the time it takes me to make a flyer, a simple flyer that could pay someone else to do the same flyer and get it done in 10 minutes would take me 3 hours. It's like, okay, what's better use of my time is actually helping my clients and getting things done for them, as opposed to sitting on Canva trying to make a flyer for that open house, actually going out and promoting it and getting people to the open house as opposed to doing that.
So you need to tell your whole brokerage that and say, hey, everybody, this is...
Yeah.
Because we see it all the time. The whole thing of what's ineffective is the most expensive, right? Where it's, hey, I'm going to buy this TV. It was really cheap. I bought this TV for $100 and it lasts 2 years, and you buy it again and buy it again. Or your marketing that's ineffective doesn't bring the clients because it looked like it was made on clip art from 1990. You know, so with everything, there's not a silver bullet in marketing, right?
Yeah.
There's no one way to do it all. There's many things that work, and our whole idea and approach is we want to help you achieve your goals, and we want to help guide you there. You know, we're not going to let you walk out of the door with something that's ugly or doesn't help you achieve your goal.
So tell me a little bit about your company and your business.
Okay, so for us, Intrepid Signs and Electrical, we help entrepreneurs reach objectives. So how do we do that? What do we do with it? We help that with everything from the brand management side, which is creation of the logos, creation of all your stationery, sales collateral, flyers, displays, help out with the internal environment, you know, all your interior signs. You've been in a place where you have a beautiful lobby or a restaurant that has a lot of graphics. It creates that emotional tie to it. You know, people want to come back to it. So we handle all that. We handle vehicle graphics, and we also do all your outdoor signage. So any type of business is a good fit for us. Maybe unless you're national and wide, we're not handling those yet. You got 150 locations. I'm sorry, I can't help out there.
Okay.
But maybe I can install the stuff here in the Houston location. We can do that.
And maybe later in the future, we'll see.
We'll need some partners. Those require a team. They require a huge team. We work for some of those companies. That's actually about half of our business comes from those national companies that need the local expert to install, service the signs. I'd love to say who they are, but we have non-disclosure agreements.
Oh, really? Tell us what you can do for like small companies that are just getting, you know, started. You know, I know create the logos, create those things, put the signs up, you know, all that kind of stuff. What can you, like, more details, you know, because I know you do a lot more than just kind of the general.
Yeah. So the small company, that's the most fun to deal with, right? The guy who just got first in business, they're so excited to see their name up there in lights. And when you've been in business 10, 20 years, you look at it as an expense. Or you just know, I need this to get this result. It's not as emotional. So we help with, like I said, anything from the branding. You come with us, we can give you a questionnaire. I have a 3-page questionnaire that'll help guide you through the process. You know, ask what type of look you want to go after, who is your demographic, who's your audience, you know, how far away is your building from passersby, how fast are they passing, you know, things like that matter. And that's one of those things we do with a site survey. But when you talk about like small business, you know, you just started out of your garage, you're doing it as a hobby, you're trying to transition it to a full-time gig. Basically, it's just that little bit of showing you everything you need for your sales collateral, even like the websites. We do simple websites for companies. We're not a website company, but we'll help them set it up. You know, we handle everything graphic related. If it's 2D graphics, we do it. It can be printed, it can be cut, it can be installed. We do that. So the simplest things is just be seen, be noticed. You know, small businesses typically will say, oh, I just want to put magnets on my vehicle. I just want to put 2. Why? Why are you going to put 2 magnets on your vehicle? You don't look like you're legitimately in business. The back of your vehicle is seen by how many people behind you all the time. When you have decals on there, hey, maybe drive a little slower, drive a little more courteous, wave hi to your neighbor.
Wrap your whole car?
You can wrap it too. I mean, the wraps are beautiful, right? You know, you see them every now and then. Like when we were over at across from Tony's restaurant last week, they had all their vehicles wrapped. Awesome, very eye-catching. But you can do the same effect for half the cost with a large decal set or partial wraps. But it just look like you're in business. Yeah. And that'll change the customer base that you receive too. The magnets. My dad would have a magnet on the back of his truck. He'd drive around seeing a plantation doing his job. He'd get a call off it every month. But that call was jobs that are $300 and less. With my truck wrapped, with a color change wrap with a reflective lettering, that got me a couple $1,000 jobs. Yeah. It's just the same thing, you know, depends on where you are, who you're advertising to.
What do you think sets your company apart from some of the others that are doing very similar things? We're all in competition with, you know, people that 55,000 other agents in Houston, you know, so it's like, how do you set yourself apart from other companies that do marketing?
I think what sets us apart is we're still small enough that you get the personal touch. You know, you go to some of these companies and you deal with the receptionist or the order taker, and then they give it to the graphic artist. I like setting it up to where my graphic artists actually talk to all the clients because they're in that idea creation. You know, the graphic artists are artists. You know, they can create things that are beautiful, and you just give them a little bit of hint of what direction you want to go in, and they'll amaze you. But you just got to give them direction. You can't say, "Oh, make something pretty." No, it don't work that way. Oh, just give them a little direction. They'll make it. What also sets us apart is, I'd say we're debt-free. So we don't pay for any overhead except utilities and such. So we can come in at a good price margin that competes with all the big companies in Houston. You know, they can do more jobs, but we can do that same quality of work at a little bit less price because we don't have that overhead.
So how long have you been in business? How long have your designers been with you? And
Gotcha. The company has been in the same location since 1976. I took it over 10 years ago, and the designers, we have people that have done it for 3 to 4 years, and I got some people that have been doing it 15 plus years. It's just depend, and everybody's got their niche and skill set. Like we have some designers that are more, I'd say, skilled to go after the foo-foo businesses, your nail salons, your spas, and things of that nature. And then we have some that are a little bit better at going after your service companies and creating that type of brand, or the interior design. You know, everybody has a little bit of a niche, and that's one of those things that, you know, on a team you have to find out everybody's skill set and put them in those places.
And that's where that questionnaire would come in place, kind of what the person's goals are, coming up with all the information they need to kind of match them with the right designer, I would imagine.
Yeah, that does help. Like, there are things I can do, and there's a lot of stuff that I go, no, please, Jasmine, please take care of this, because that is not what my skill set calls for. You know, if you need to make it strong, make it engineered, I got you. It needs to be very ornate. I'm sorry. That's why I have a staff.
Okay. What areas of Houston do you service, or outside of Houston, or do you service all over? I know you said not nationally, but kind of locally, how far would you go?
Mostly everything 100 miles in Houston is our regular area. We did a job for a Sky over at Unity Taekwondo. He's got Black Sheep Boxing in Austin. We did that about a month ago. That's not a problem. It's a fairly bigger job. We're going to travel for those. That's not a problem. We've done jobs in Navasota. We've done jobs in Orange. We do a lot of stuff in Bay City. What's crazy, I think it's, you know, in Rosenberg. Rosenberg's growing, but we've done more jobs in Spring, Texas, and Tomball in the last 2 years than we've done in Rosenberg. There's a lot of growth up there.
Really?
So Rosenberg is good because rents are low. We just got to drive to the job sites. Anything 100 miles, we can definitely handle it. That's not a problem.
All these, I mean, I think a lot of the suburbs are blowing up. Pearland, League City, I mean, a lot of these suburbs are just really blowing up right now. So
it's wild. Like,
so tell me a little bit about maybe one of the more unique stories or most fun projects you've worked on recently.
Gosh. One of the more unique ones we did the Oak Bend Hospital. That was pretty neat. That's my largest sign job to date. That one we had to demo the old sign, redo the underground electrical, move the irrigation. The cool thing is, being in the sign business, guess how many contractors come to us for signs? Just like you got a huge network, I got a huge network too, and it makes life a lot easier because you already know the guys that take care of business. And then we had to put the new sign up, put a brick wall around it, and then even resod it. That was pretty cool. It was a little over $70,000, and it was a few years ago. So for us, that was the biggest project. And then every now and then, we get turned loose to create new designs. Like on our website, we have a few different logos we've created, and then a few different vehicle wraps, like Jonathan over Millennium Motors. He's always doing something crazy on his vehicles, and we got to wrap one of his in this Cryptech orange camo. It got tons of publicity. He even got pulled over the second day that we put it on his Jeep, and the officer asked him where he got the wrap.
Where did you get that done?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So that's what I like. I like when somebody, because a lot of what we do is compliance related. You know, wash your hands, come to the job site, wear your PPE, things of that nature that everybody needs. But then every now and then we get to do a decor, like Melly Marketing. We did a job with her, and we got to design a wall wrap for her conference room. I think it's her conference room. Okay. And that was just neat because it's just something so different than just a regular,
Day-to-day.
Buy this house, homes by Dena.
Yes. Hey, I'm not that boring. Come on now. I have exciting things. I have good marketing
I know,
staff.
I'm just picking on you. I'm just saying that that's our routine type work. The cool stuff is when you get to do something designed outside that with the wraps or the environmental graphics or create the new logo. That's always fun.
Awesome. So for all your sign needs or any kind of logos or anything like that, you need to make sure to give Adam a call. Why don't you tell them how they can get a hold of you?
Okay. You get a hold of us at, I'll look at the camera for this one. It's intrepidsigns.com is the website. We're located in Rosenberg. The phone number is 281-232-5262. But again, intrepidsigns.com is where you need to go, see everything that we do. We're also on social media, but check out the website.
Thanks so much, Adam, for coming. We'll be right back with our next guest.